Hello and welcome. I'm Harmony and I'm so happy to be here. And today we've got a special guest, one of my clients, Alia, who kindly offered to do an interview regarding a past life regression session with me. So, Alia, very warm welcome to you. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're based and what you do?
Yes, I am based in United States, California, Los Angeles, and I recently just graduated about May, like past May, with a bachelor's in psychology and a minored in business management.
That's great. Thank you. So, Alia, why were you interested in doing a past life regression session?
Because I feel that a lot of us we know what's in our conscious mind, but we don't really dig through our subconscious to find out the hidden truth, hidden secrets that we all have either experienced in this life or any of our past lives. So I just thought it would be really fun just to find out where I was, who I was, or what exactly is going on with my subconscious level.
Right, and also that would help you to better understand psychology that you've studied at uni.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when we started the session, how easily do you feel you connected to a past life memory?
It was not too difficult and it was not too easy. I would say it was somewhere in the middle.
Right, that's great. And how did you find out? Like, how could you tell what was going on? Was it very visual? Did you hear things? Did you
Yeah,
feel?
it was quite visual. Like everything that I felt was very, very much visual.
And did you feel like you were present there?
Yes, it definitely felt like I was in past life at that point.
Right. So, would you be happy to share with us who you were in that past life when you got there and where you were?
Yes, I it was a young girl, a young lady named Pari, and I had gone back to ancient India, such as an example, like I would use Mohenjo-daro or Harappa, like those are ancient cities like from 3,000 or 4,000 years ago. So I felt like I was in a place like that.
Okay. And what did you feel you were doing for a living?
Um, I was a gatherer, like a farmer. I used to gather in one of the lives. It was like gathering vegetables, bringing them home, and cooking them. And yes, also because I had gone into two of my past lives.
You jumped on.
In,
Yeah.
in one of them, I was clay worker. I did pottery, like build pots and things where you could cook in, and so basically pots and pans, like ancient pots and pans.
Right. So, um, there were some people present in your life, in that lifetime. So, if you go back to the first one when you were a farmer, what happened then? Where was your family?
And I'm not sure which one, but in one of those lives, there was a flood that had happened, and my whole family had died, except there was one friend of mine who I think it was my past life husband, and his name was Krish. He was present there. And then in one of them, I think what had happened was that they I they had made me feel very unwanted. So I felt like felt myself locked in, like I saw myself locked in a dark room. And since there was no electricity back then, like the only light I saw was from the outside, like maybe it was like a candle that someone was burning outside, or some light was coming into that room through the small crack door crack.
Right, that was the second one, that
Yeah.
second. lifetime that you jumped into. Um, yeah, and I remember you saying how old you were then when you were locked in that room.
Yes, in one of them, I felt like I was probably like in my around 10 years old or something around that. And I was very young and I felt like I was really unwanted, and which is why they had locked me in that room, and because I was a woman, like a girl, female. So it was really, it was a very, very horrible situation to be in.
And did you feel those emotions as well?
Yes, definitely. I, at that moment, while that uh, regression was going on, I literally felt like I was very unwanted.
And did you have any siblings then?
Yes, I felt that my one of my brothers of this lifetime was also one of my brothers in that lifetime.
Right. So if we fast forward that lifetime, then you did see yourself with someone else. Did you have somebody you loved? And
Yes, I in one of the lifetimes I was married to someone for 10 years, and the other one of the lifetimes I was married to someone for a year, and I saw myself like sitting in a boat with my husband, whose name was Krish, and I jumped into a river, and I felt like that river was River Indus that flows through Pakistan, modern day Pakistan, and I saw myself, my body flowing and then sinking into the river.
right. And do you know why that happened? Why you jumped into the
Um, I at that point I felt that it was because since I was married for a year secretly, and when my family and my husband's family had found out, me and him, we both had jumped into the river.
right? So this is how you felt, like you both jumped into the river.
Yeah.
If I can ask you, is there any souls in that lifetime? Like you did mention one of your brothers is your brother in this lifetime as well. Was there any other souls in that lifetime who are present in this lifetime?
Yes, I felt like my eldest brother, that he was my dad in that lifetime, my father in that lifetime. And I felt that my mother from this lifetime was also my mother in that lifetime.
So you recognize the souls.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was very familiar. It felt like known, that something that was known, not unknown.
yes, it's like you can't tell why, but you just know
Yeah.
something like that. And is there any patterns that you picked up from the last your the other two lifetimes that are repeating in this lifetime?
Yes, definitely. One of the patterns that I felt that was from those two lifetimes that's repeating in this lifetime is that in this life, I have all my life felt that I am unwanted because I'm a female. And that's how I felt in those past lifetimes too.
So you feel that is repeating itself. Okay, and how did you feel when we did a healing session then in that lifetime?
Felt really relaxing, like forgiving and releasing. It felt amazing.
And how do you feel now that you've released that
Uh,
pattern?
Definitely really good. Really, really good. In fact, I think that that releasing actually helped me a lot, a lot. And I'm really glad I got to do that.
That's really great because many times we carry things from the past life and we are carrying it forward because we haven't resolved it in a past life. So this is a chance. This gives us the opportunity to go back and find out if something happened then to release it. So that was really great doing that. But was there any other patterns that you picked up that's happening again in your lifetime, in this life?
I felt that the masculine father figure, the way that masculine father figure in the past lifetime was, is how the masculine father figure in this lifetime is as well. Like
Okay.
I felt like very like emotionally tortured.
Right.
So it's definitely similar.
Yeah, it's very interesting how these repeat themselves. These patterns repeat themselves. So if I were to ask you, when you visited these two lifetimes, is there anything, any life lessons that you had to learn in those two lifetimes?
Yes, I really do feel one of the lessons that I feel, one major lesson is that when I saw myself like jumping with my husband into the river, um, that should not have been an ultimatum, because in this lifetime, I am born into a Muslim family, and if the Islamic faith, it's actually a sin to commit suicide and just like go jump into the river and die. That's a huge sin. We're not allowed to do that. So I feel that I learned that it was kind of wrong.
Right. So now you understand it's
Yeah.
okay. And if we have to ask you, if someone else wants to do a past life regression, what would you suggest? Would you ask them to go for it, or
I would
what
definitely
would you recommend?
I would definitely ask them to go for it, because I feel that the two ways of looking at this could also be a form of hypnosis. So basically, getting into your subconscious to figure out why you're acting out the way you're acting out. Because a lot of the things, the behaviors that we as humans follow, it's because it's somewhere in our subconscious level that those things that triggers us, which sometimes we don't even realize why those things are bothering us, but they actually do.
Right. So you would definitely recommend
Yes.
that.
So I would definitely recommend that, whether you take it as a hypnosis or you take it as a regression, it's still going to help.
It's you see it's helping people. It
Yes,
will.
definitely.
As far as safety is concerned, how do you feel? Was it safe?
Yes, definitely. I do feel that it's safe, and there's nothing to worry about. It goes in your subconscious level, and it just picks out the things that you're on the subconscious level feeling, which you should heal from. So I definitely think that it was completely safe.
Be safe. And before we end this interview, just wanted to ask you if you could describe in words, like when you visited one of the lifetimes, just so our viewers know how vivid the scenery are. So if you pick up any scene that you visited, if you could describe them, it would be
Yes,
great.
the first thing that actually came to my mind was a wheel, like an ancient wheel that was like how ancient wheels used to be, and there was engravings on those wheels. So it was really strange. That was the first pattern that came, and even I was shocked. Like, why is that the first thing that came to my mind? Like that pattern, but maybe it's because uh, that's what was behind my subconscious level, the ancient time period.
Do you know what language those engravings were?
I feel that those inscriptions must have been in ancient Indian or Sanskrit or something, but that's what it felt like.
That's what, okay. So you could see it clearly.
Yeah.
And anything else you would like to describe the place where you were living, maybe?
Yeah, it felt like a Stone Age type of a home. That's what it felt like, and also like it like some of the engravings, it felt like um pictures of cattle's cows or people, like drawings like that. That's what came up.
Okay, that's brilliant. So That's really great. Thank you for this. So we are going to end this now. And before we end this interview, is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I feel that this was really good, and I recommend people to actually do this. In fact, one hypnosis type thing that I'm really truly interested in is the concept of hypnobaby. I feel that that kind of goes similar, where instead of people like getting like injected or something, they go on their subconscious level.
Hypnobirthing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think that like I would recommend a lot of people like maybe to dig in through their subconscious to realize.
Yeah, that's interesting because when many people hear about hypnotherapy, they think of hypnosis and they think like, it's mind control or something, but it's not because we just direct you to where you have to go and you've experienced it yourself.
Exactly.
And yeah, you can tell that it's not mind control, it's just you picking up on your subconscious and what's going on at that level.
Exactly. And one thing I do like to add in, I feel that as someone who has a degree in psychology, there's certain hormones in our body or mind that gets released that are actually good for relaxing. Like cortisol is that can be released, or dopamine that can be released through the mind too. So it's not just that you have to go out and take in a bunch of dope and smoke it, but it's our bodies naturally produce those things. So I feel that like once you actually do with the mind, your body will naturally produce those things to
That's
help.
yeah, yeah. So, Alia, it was so nice having you here, and thank you very much for this interview. Can we tell the viewers as well what you do about if you've got two
Yes,
Facebook group? Sorry, you did mention.
I have a group for empowering men overcome domestic violence, and then I have a group for helping women overcome domestic violence. Consultancy, self-development consultancy business, and I'm working on that, and my own nonprofit organization.
Right.
That's
So, thank you. So if there's any viewers out there, if you'd like to know more about it, we'll put the links to the Facebook groups, Alia's Facebook groups in the description below. So you can join if you'd like to. And yeah, so Alia, thank you very much. I'm so really
welcome.
grateful and really appreciate that you offered to do this interview with us. And when people look at it, at least they have an idea of what past life regression is. And as you said, it's very helpful to identify patterns and tap into our subconscious and know what's there. So thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.